9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Discussing everything about the afterlife and spirit world. Coming to you all the way from Ireland, it's Sandy Byrne.
This is Sandy, host of the Life After Life podcast. I want to invite you to become a patron of the podcast. For just €5 per month, you will get ad-free content, video episodes, exclusive events and discounts throughout the year as a thank you for your support. Check out the link to my Patreon page in the description box attached, or go to Patreon and search for Life After Life with Sandy Byrne. Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Life After Life with me, Sandy Byrne. And this is episode number 107 of the podcast, but it's episode number 12 of our summer snippet series, where I'm releasing shorter episodes of the podcast twice a week just to answer your questions. Okay, so in this episode I want to answer a question someone has sent in, and it was asking me, how long have I been doing mediumship? Okay, and you know, I can't remember a time where I didn't see spirit. I'd have to say that I have been doing mediumship all my life, if you want to put it like that. Okay, I don't remember a time. If there was a time where I didn't see spirit, I don't remember it. I've been seeing spirit around and feeling spirit around and hearing spirit and all of those things, you know, all of my life. It was just, you know, something that was acceptable. Now, I don't think that I'm any different than anybody. I believe that all children do. Okay, I don't believe in imaginary friends or any of that. I believe that children are seeing spirit. There just comes a time around the age of 7 or 8 where the logical mind kicks into everybody. And this is when children start to think, oh, I shouldn't be seeing this, or not everybody can see this, or this is different. And no child wants to be different, and they start to push it away. Okay? The only difference where I'm concerned is that I come from a long line of mediums. Okay? My grandmother, my great-grandmother, my great-great-grandmother, all the ladies going back in our family, they were all mediums and psychics, and they all did readings for people, okay? So when I was young and I was seeing spirit and I was talking about it, I was never made to feel any different. I was never made to feel like it was something that was wrong or something that it was different. It was very acceptable. Even though I was only 7 years old, my poor grandmother passed away when she was only 56 years old, God rest her soul. But I do remember her, and I remember always, you know, when something would happen in the house, you know, sometimes you'd just be sitting down, maybe having a cup of tea, and all of a sudden the door might open, okay, randomly. And whenever anything like that would happen, my grandmother would automatically stand up, take another cup out of the press, or the cupboard, as most people call it, as Irish would call it, a press. She would take another cup out of the press, she'd put it on the table, and she would literally pour tea into it. And she would say, whoever you are, come in and sit down and have a cup of tea with us. She always did it. She never ignored any of these things that was going on around us. Even the creaks in the house, you know, hearing footsteps or anything. She would always acknowledge it, because she said nobody wants to be ignored, whether we're dead or alive. Okay, so I suppose I had that encouragement from family members. So I never pushed it away to the point where I lost the connection. Spirit were always around. Okay, I always fundamentally believed in it. So I can't say to you that there was a time where I remember that I started seeing spirit, or a time where I can remember that spirit came into my life. Spirit were always there. Even as a teenager, when I did try to push spirit away, because I did, you know, because it was annoying, and I was angry at spirit because, you know, Kevin had died. My relative passed after a motorcycle accident when he was 31 years old, and he had passed, and I was angry with them because I thought, well, if you can't, you know, look after my loved ones, why should I communicate for you? And for a long time after that, I ignored them, and I had spirit guides coming into my room at night time, and I was the baby of the family, so I had the smallest bedroom in the house, and I was in my little single bed, and you know, they'd pull the duvet off me, they'd knock things over on my bedside locker just to get my attention. Okay, so I was never left alone by spirit. They've always been around. But I have no doubt that they're around everybody else. You just need to open yourself up to, you know, I suppose experiencing them, you know, having them, you know, come to you. You know, you have to be open for it. It's like what I often say, you know, we're always, you know, saying I'm ready for, you know, a message from spirit, but are they ready for a message from you? And all you can do is keep telling them that you're ready when they are. Okay? So they're not obliged to give us messages. They're not obliged to make themselves known. But if you tell them, keep telling them every day that you're ready when they are, and then you will begin to get your signs. Okay? I do have a webinar that I did in the past on that, and I will make sure that I put it back up through my website this week so that you can watch it again. It's about looking for signs from your loved ones from spirit. Okay, so I hope that answers your question. Okay, you'll find the webinars on my website, sandybyrne.com. I'll put the link in the description box attached here if you want to catch up and see that webinar that I did before. Guys, thank you for listening, and I will catch you in the next episode of Life After Life. Until then, take care and stay safe.
Discussing everything about the afterlife.